possession of every little kid in the Indian middle class, a plastic cricket bat. My grandpa gifted it to me on a birthday. I still remember those days as I graduated from a plastic cricket bat to a wooden cricket bat, from facing his underarm bowling to facing his overarm bowling. I mean, cricket was probably my first passion in life, and it would remain so for quite a few years till my parents discovered that I was good at something which was more commonplace and socially acceptable in our country: academics. My cricketing ambitions went for a toss. Gone were those days when I practiced cricket with my grandpa. I was now mugging up numbers, rhymes, and alphabets, and whatnot. My teachers put a word in my parents' ears that I was good at academics, and as the saying goes, my fate was sealed. I was now trying to learn science, maths, social studies, English, Kannada, and my sole purpose in life was to get that rank 1 in class, and anything less was frowned upon. I mean, somehow being good at academics meant that I was good at everything else too. I seriously don't understand the origin of this notion, but there was this teacher who walked into my class and asked me to sing. I sang a couple of lines from my favorite Kannada song, and he was like, "This guy is gifted, he has to learn Carnatic classical music." And an opinion of his meant a verdict at home. I was enrolled to music classes. I had to go to music classes 3 days in a week, and as long as I practiced my music regularly, second and third ranks were tolerated upon. This continued till class 10. And in class 10, it was frenzy. I mean, I was still consistently getting that second and third rank, and even managed to get to fourth rank. And however, my ambition, or rather my parents' ambition, was that I had to make the honors list in school. My father, he cut out a placard which said 1, painted it in red, and held it in front of my wall so that whenever I felt a lack of motivation, I could watch that. I mean, I still feel like repeated staring is what made me wear glasses today. And then it was military regime. My parents monitored my meal breaks, my leisure breaks, my study timings. At some point in time, I got so overawed by the occasion that I started monitoring my toilet breaks too. I mean, this was just my decision, not my parents' decision. Anyway, the result is that I didn't make the honors list. I missed it out by 3 marks. It was probably because in that crucial mathematics examination, I spent 5 minutes thinking about what Tony Gray told about Sachin Tendulkar in Sharjah. I mean, that was what happened. Anyway, once I entered college, I discovered that I could act. It was probably a zeal that I mistook for passion. I mean, someone pointed that I could act when I mouthed a couple of lines in a class role play. I still think it was a girl because I wouldn't have taken it seriously otherwise. Anyway, I found that I could act. Those times I went on stage, I was never hero material, by the way. I was just a support. But I felt this was what I was meant for. I was meant to enthrall people. I was meant to amuse people. And this continued for 2 wonderful years till life got serious again. I mean, it was the conundrum to which they have given the power to unwittingly control our lives, the class 12 boards. Now, my father, being the person he is, cut out 2 placards again. One was medical, the other was engineering. I was to stare at them, choose which one motivated me more, and choose the other one for a career. Now, please don't ask me the logic behind this, but that was it. Luckily, fate decided for me this time. I was nowhere in the meritorious list when it came to medical, so I entered this engineering factory. And there, I was on a different planet altogether. I was learning circuits, I was learning networks, I was learning topologies. I mean, this was too different from cricket or acting or singing. And as some of the lecturers and a few front benchers, marveled at the ramifications of a theoretical concept, I still couldn't appreciate what a transistor could do at the end of 4 years. That was till one of my friends actually went for an MS abroad. Now, this opened a new school of thought for me. I mean, I held engineering concepts at 2 arms length, and now they were suddenly close to my heart. I started Googling universities. I started looking up courses. I, through sheer motivation, made a placard which said MS. I mean, I could still see a U in place of an M at sometimes. So that was me. I dreamed that I was flying across the seas like the Hanumanta of the Ramayana and bringing back the Sanjeevani of knowledge back to our country. And this lasted till I read about B schools and MBA. I could actually see young girls and guys clad in blazers and institutions that claim to make leaders out of all and sundry. And there was my cousin who actually completed an MBA and said, "You get into the middle management straight away. There's no need to be stopped through the junior grade." So that was it. I wanted to be an MBA then. So at that point in life, I had ambitions where I wanted to be a cricketer, I wanted to be a musician, I wanted to act, I wanted to be an engineer, and I also wanted to be a manager. The time had come for me to decide. I chose a day when there was no one at home. I bathed myself in cold water. I clad myself in a dhoti, sat in front of Goddess Saraswati, prostrated before her. There was a sloka that I knew that I repeated 150 times. I took a sheet of paper. I made chits out of it, 5 chits where I had all the options written. I closed my eyes, prayed to the goddess, opened my eyes, picked one of the chits, closed my eyes, opened my eyes, and then opened the chit again, closed my eyes, prayed to her. This was to be my destiny. I would never ever listen to anyone else, and this was my choice. I opened my eyes, closed my eyes, prayed to her again, opened the chit, opened my eyes, and the chit was blank. Thank you.